Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial series on Lenia Mixer. Lenia Mixer is a tool for managing, in real time, a fluid simulation based on the Lenia cellular automaton. In practice, it is a pixel grid simulation that, at each iteration, is updated according to mathematical rules modulated by music and by manual controls. The tool is designed for electronic music, visual installations and live performances. In this video, I will make an overview of how this simulation actually functions. But before getting into the details of how Lenia and cellular automata work, a quick note. You don't need to master all the math behind it to have fun with the application. Lenia Mixer is meant to be explored intuitively as well. You can move the slider at random, swap kernels and growth functions, and enjoy the patterns that emerge. That said, understanding what you're actually changing gives you much more control. For anyone who wants to dig deeper, you can find interesting videos from Emergent Garden and the creator of Lenia himself, Bertjan. Link in the description. If you're really curious, I recommend you to take a look at the original Lenia and Flow Lenia papers and the Lenia portal website. Lenia Mixer is based on a cellular automaton, so I will first introduce cellular automata. Cellular automata are a class of discrete computational models capable of describing complex systems through the interaction of simple components. Let's consider a simple cellular automaton like Game of Life. Game of Life, introduced by John Conway in 1970, is a discrete model in which each cell of a regular grid can be in one of two binary states, alive or dead. Each cell evolves over time following four main rules. Birth, a dead cell with exactly 3 live neighbors becomes alive. Survival, a live cell stays alive if it has 2 or 3 live neighbors. Death by isolation, a live cell with fewer than 2 live neighbors dies. Death by overpopulation, a live cell with more than 3 live neighbors dies. Despite its extremely minimal definition, Game of Life is capable of generating a wide variety of emergent behaviors, stationary structures, oscillators, moving patterns. Game of Life was developed in the late 60s. Now, with the advent of modern graphics cards, it is possible to extend Game of Life into its continuous version, Lenia. Discovered by Bert-Wan-Chuck Chen in 2019. Lenia consists of the extension of the simulation in space and time. The state of each cell is a floating point value and can take any value between 0 and 1. The analysis of the neighborhood becomes a convolution with a weight mask. The rules that determine the life or death of a cell become a growth function. There are no abrupt state changes, but gradual variations. The simulation loop consists of convolving the current state with the kernel mask. The resulting matrix is the neighborhood analysis map of each pixel. Each value of this matrix is mapped into the growth function, obtaining the affinity matrix. This matrix indicates the growth or decay of each pixel. Finally, this variation is scaled by the dt value and then added to the previous state to obtain the next one. The patterns that emerge from this simulation are more organic and omnidirectional than those of Game of Life. Bert-Wan-Chuck Chen identified the structures called solitons that emerge when using certain combinations of convolution masks and growth functions, and that manage to maintain their shape without collapsing or expanding uncontrollably. To prevent matter from changing so radically, my tool uses a version of Lenia called Flow Lenia. Instead of using the affinity matrix to change pixel values, its gradient is used to derive a vector field that moves the existing matter using our integration tracking algorithm. In this way, the pixels that have the neighborhood analysis selected by the growth function don't change their values directly, but they attract matter from around them. So, now that we understand the pipeline, what can we modulate to change the simulation's pattern types and dynamics? Three elements. The convolution kernel. The convolution kernel is the first operation of the pipeline, and changing it completely changes which areas of the simulation get activated by the growth function. The growth function itself is the filter that decides which pixel from the convolution result attract matter. So changing its shape changes the dynamics. The vector field. The vector field uses the result of all the previous operations, but it can also be modulated. The final force field is the combination of the attraction force toward the pixel selected by the growth function and the repulsive force of concentrated matter. Changing the weights of these forces changes the dynamics of the simulation. Next tutorial, we finally open the program to understand its controls and start having fun with them.